time again. RL and Jenny on the mic, let's go. Welcome to the show where the people get heard. Everyday voices, every thought, every word.
Entertainment, politics, love and life. We break it all down every Tuesday night.
If you wrote a new book or you're building up a dream, got an organization or a message for the team,
pull up a chair, come and share what you know. We open up the floor, let the conversation grow.
It's Overflow,
the Everyday People Show.
With RL and Jenny, yeah, they always keep it real, you know. At 7 p.m. Eastern time, we go live. Tune in, tap in.
Let your story come alive, overflow.
Let your voice overflow. From the headlines to the hard lines, we talk about it all. Real folks, real stories, no topic too big or small. Overflow, the Everyday People Show. RL and Jenny, let the conversation flow. Every Tuesday at 7. Every Tuesday at 7. Every Tuesday at 7. Overflow.
Everyday you let us go.
Mike is muted.
Welcome back. No, it's not. It's unmuted. Hey. Welcome back, y'all, to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. This is the only show where me, you, your mama, and your cousin to get to just come on and chop it up. I'm your boy RL, and she's your girl who?
Jenny.
From the block. Y'all, we ask y'all one favor, we ask y'all one thing, just please, ma'am, sir, share this live with a friend and a group, to your Facebook page, to your whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you want to share it, share it. So what's up?
Well, everything.
Everything. It been a rainy day today.
Yeah. It's on the go.
Rainy day in Georgia.
Just trying to keep up.
Every time I keep saying I'm gonna be serious for a whole show, I can't do
You
it.
can't do
I can't do it.
it. It would almost knock you out to try to do
Yeah, it been like off and on. What a the camera right there. It been like a off and on. I keep looking down, but the camera's up there. So you look into the camera, you look into the people's eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta get used to looking into the camera up there and looking into the people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been raining, man, off and on all day. I kind of like when it rains when I ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely.
Selfishly, I like when it rains when I ain't going nowhere because ain't nobody else doing nothing. I don't want nobody else to do nothing when I ain't doing nothing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a selfish reason.
It sure is.
What you think? What you like when it rains?
I do. Because it's
like
relaxing. You know, like the sound of the rain is relaxing. So
Yeah.
it just calms you down. Like, you know, I like the sunshine, but the rain just kind of gets you in a place where you can sit and be quiet.
They passed a law about this new daylight saving thing. It's gonna stay the same. So I don't think they're gonna fall back now.
I don't like that.
I thought it was good.
No.
Spring forward, fall back. So now you're not gonna gain that hour of sleep no more.
I don't like it at all because that disrupts the natural time when the sun go down and stuff.
I think it's gonna stay the same. I think they're not gonna touch it now. I think that's what they're doing. They're not gonna touch it. So
if we don't fall back, then
you don't fall back. You're just gonna keep moving. You know what I'm saying? The sun gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
But so that means, is it gonna be like now or next year? Because I was looking at it and I didn't realize they were gonna pass it that quick.
Well, they passed the bill already, so I don't know how soon. I don't know how soon they're gonna do it.
I don't like it.
I don't know how soon they're gonna do it. I don't know if it go into effect immediately, but
well, I don't like it.
I thought you didn't like when they changed the time. Like I thought you didn't like spring forward, fall back.
Forward. I don't like the spring
That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna do it no more. They're just gonna stay sprung forward. We just gonna stay sprung. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be forward at all times now.
We'll see.
What you mean you'll see?
We shall see how we like it. I just think they should have never messed with it, but I understand they had an agenda for that.
I think I think the only reason they did it anyway was kind of like keep people, give you more daylight.
Of
The more
course.
daylight you got, the more money you're gonna spend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. More playtime, for people who want to be out there. So I get it. I understand. I just ain't no fan of it.
What about this I hear about T.I. talking about he retiring? Like, did you
Yeah, I did hear that. I told you
Yeah, you
that.
told me about T.I. gonna retire. I mean, what does that mean? Like, I don't think artists don't retire, man. When you're an artist, you don't retire. You just start making music. You know what I'm saying?
But think about it. Look at the kind of music he made. You think he want to be doing that at 70? Come on.
Well,
With the kind of music he made, he ain't gonna want to be singing what he make or rapping what he make at 70 years old.
And that's the thing with a rapper, you can't get what you
That's
do.
what I'm
That's the
saying.
thing. The difference between a rapper and like a singing artist,
That's what I'm saying.
You can't be. You're right. I feel what you're
It
saying.
makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like some groups like Earth, Wind, and Fire or somebody like Frankie Beverly, they can ride that out till they take their last breath. Like they can be not singing good and have an audience sing for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But the kind of music that he makes, I mean, ill at 70, you rapping that? No. So he's probably making a good sound decision for himself. You know what
But
I'm
I hear
saying?
he's still. I hear he's making I hear he's making a new album. He's about to put out a new album. So that
That's
might
gonna
be
be the final.
that might be behind what he's doing. That might be the madness behind it. He's trying to, say he's retiring so people can say, okay, this is the last album, so I gotta go get it.
Yeah, and that's
You know
a
what I
smart
mean?
move. Good for him, because I mean, why not? Like, why not let that? Why not ride out on that and make that money? And because I mean, that's a big decision to say I'm gonna stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's a big decision.
And he been doing some comedy. I don't know how good I ain't never heard his comedy. I heard he's not really good at comedy. I heard that a lot of times. I heard him been booed off the stage and all that, but and then hard, and I can imagine it's hard to make a transition when when you're one of the better rappers out there.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to go into now you're trying to make people laugh. First you're a gangster, now you're trying to make people you know what I'm saying? Gangsters and comedy and comedians don't mix. You know what I'm saying? You can't go from a gangster to a comedian. You know what I mean? It's just like saying you was funny. Now it's like a comedian trying to go to a gangster. You was funny and now you're trying to be hard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that worked, man. But he got a podcast. I think his podcast doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He got a lot of his sons are into music now. I think 3 of his sons is into music now. Damani, I don't know all his son's name. The light skinned one with kind of like look like his mama. So they into music. So I guess he's just retiring, man, because I think it's like you say when you're doing like gangster rap, you can't be doing it until you're 60 and
not at 70.
50s and 60s. You talking about the same stuff.
I can't even picture it.
Yeah, because because now you antithetical to what you were saying. Now you against what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't when you become like when you're a gangster rapper when you're young, when you get old and start having children and grandchildren, you don't want to keep saying that same message because that ain't what you want your children to do now. You know what I'm saying? You want your kids to stay away from that type of stuff.
Exactly.
So I can understand why he retired from music, but he got other things he's doing, man. Maybe I think he's in a movie, an upcoming movie. Yeah, we got the podcast going, and he's trying to get the comedy stuff off the ground. So what y'all think about T.I., man? Y'all think y'all think T.I. serious, man, about retiring, or he just tired of doing the same old gangster rap? You know what I'm saying? The same old stuff that has really, if you think about it, it's kind of like destroyed our community. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people a lot of young people don't look at music as just a form of art. They look at it as what is it? Art imitating. They imitate the art, and they don't want to just listen to the art. Right. You know what I'm saying? They want to imitate the art. You know what I mean?
But we all do that.
Yeah. So rap music has destroyed a generation of people, kids.
We all do it.
Because they can't look at it, objectively and say, okay, this is just a guy. It's just audio. I always look at gangster rap like audio acting. Like these guys are audio actors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than Denzel making a movie about being a gangster, and they just making music about being a gangster, but they try to play it like they serious. I mean, you killed all these dudes, you supposed to be in jail by now. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them do time, but it was Trent Ford in the building. What's going on, man?
Hey.
What's up? What's going on, man? Come on the show and kick it with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? What El Ray said, I'm in Tybee Island with family on vacation. It was raining. Yeah, it's been raining all week in Georgia, man. A lot of scattered showers. I like it when it just rain. If you're gonna rain, just rain all day. Don't just like give me some sunshine. Like, okay, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go kick it. You know what I'm saying? Then it start pouring out. When you get where you're going, it's pouring down rain. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have rain, but it's been like this like a couple of days in a row, man. But this how it is when the weather in Georgia, man. You got that heat, you got that humidity, man, just beating down on you. That's what he said. Trent Ford is a landscaper. I know he don't like this rain. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm going to.
He's talking about the music.
Okay, he's talking about the music. He's talking about the music. That's exactly what it's doing, destroying the culture. Yeah. A lot of rap music. I think, and it happened in this generation of kids. They can't cipher what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? So they take everything serious. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense because when we were coming up, the music we listened to, it fed our brain some kind of way subconsciously. So all of the conscious rap, it made us think about our choices.
Yeah, we started out with the conscious rap with we started out with DMC. It was fun to music.
It was fun. Conscientious. You know.
You good.
Yeah, it was fun and it was conscientious. Like people like MC Light, Queen Latifah, I think KRS One, like Heavy D.
Yeah.
Like they all talked about stuff that made us think about all kind of things, like how to treat each other in society, relationships and stuff like that. But see, it's always going to be subliminal when you listen to it over and over again, especially if you like the artist. So if you listen to it over and over again, you're going to emulate what you're hearing. And so it makes sense. You can't even be mad at these kids because they understand they understand it subliminally like we did. It just makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So kudos to T.I., man. You retired, man. Kudos to you, man. And like I said, I think he's working on his last album. It could be a promotional thing where people, is it like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody say, this is the last one, you better hurry up and get it. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that thing to where, he's doing his last album. So, hurry up and get it. Y'all feel free to comment with us. You know what I'm saying? This is the Everyday People Show. We love to interact with people. We'll try to get you comments if we can. We love to hear from y'all. Trent Ford, it's good to hear from you, my brother. What he said it won't sell. It's what I think the mindset is gone. It's too gone. Yeah, but T.I., but he put out his last song. I think it did pretty good. That let him know I hear that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he feel like I still got it. So he gonna do his last album. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, kudos to the brother, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's gangster rap is an age. It's aging out. You know what I'm saying? It'll age you out because you don't want your grandkid.
Of course.
You don't want your grandkid. If you don't want your grandkid to listen to what you do, you know what I'm saying? It's time to retire. You know what I'm saying?
That makes lots of sense to me.
Way to rep the South in the ATL, T.I. Yeah, man. He repped the ATL, man, hard, man. Let's move on to another small talk question. That was more than small talk. Let's talk about this. What about you? You heard about this kid Nolan? The Nolan kid.
The
update on him.
This is being talked about like on mainstream media now. So
yeah, they finally talking about it on mainstream media. If anybody following this Nolan Wells story about kid went to an island allegedly. Well, allegedly he went to the island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's alleged that he stayed, and some say he stayed, some say he came back. But it's a weird story, man. And I just wish they could get to the bottom of it as quick as possible before it turned into something like, because people are already thinking it's racially charged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to put your eggs in the basket too quick. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the cry wolf too soon. You know what I mean?
But you know what's interesting?
But it's fishy.
Everybody's talking about it of all like races.
Yeah,
And they're talking about it like real hard.
Yeah. And let me play a little soundbite from his parents. They did an interview on his dad. Let me play a little soundbite from him. I want to play a little soundbite for y'all real quick, if I can find it. Share the screen. His mom and dad, they said a little something.
Transparent investigation into their son's death.
We just want to know what happened and why our baby didn't come home.
Wells mysteriously disappeared on the 4th of July after boating to Horn Island off the coast of Mississippi with friends. Those friends telling investigators Wells decided to stay on the island.
It's so hard for me to believe that he would choose to stay on the island. It just wasn't his character. It wasn't his character.
2 days later, police discovered Wells's body on the north end of the island in the water. And this morning, there are new questions about his cell phone. Wells's mother telling our Michael Strahan his phone was left behind. And when the family retrieved it, it appeared some texts were deleted and his Snapchat accounts were empty.
I was just like, that can't be. Like, I've seen Nolan whenever he snaps, like when he goes and he's having fun, like he does videos, like there was absolutely nothing.
Police are also looking at this video posted to social media that the family says shows an argument involving Wells on July 4th, but the contents are unclear. The sheriff's department is asking the family to turn over the phone to investigators.
We're working towards the same goal as the family. Okay. We want a thorough investigation.
But the family has decided to do an independent investigation, including their own autopsy. Their son's body has been flown from Mississippi to Washington, D.C. with the help of former NFL player and activist Colin Kaepernick.
It is because the family has distrust of the Mississippi law enforcement officials giving them a fair investigation. There is this notion that, oh, it was nothing wrong, no foul play, let's just sweep it under the rug. Well, we refuse to sweep it under the rug.
Nolan's parents saying they will not give up until they have answers.
He will be missed greatly, not by us, but by the whole community.
He was a special kid, but again, just heart was so big. And we're gonna miss him dearly.
So so that's the gist of it, man. So
Such a sad story.
yes, it's a sad story, and it's a lot of inconsistencies in the stories, though. The people who was on the boat with him. I mean, people, they lie. I mean, you lying when you don't have to lie. You're doing stuff when you wiping off your social medias for what? I mean, you should be posting stuff to help find him. Just to find you. If something happened to one of my homeboys and one of my friends, I'll be on social media every day saying, "Do anybody know what happened to him?" I wouldn't delete my page.
Didn't it say that on his phone they deleted stuff off of his phone too?
I don't know. It's alleged. A lot of this stuff is alleged. They say they could have deleted stuff off his phone. They had his phone.
But
I mean, why would
crazy
you?
Part? How'd they wind up with his phone?
Yeah.
If somebody decides to stay behind, they gonna have their phone on them.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Why would if that's what I'm saying? I'm with my friend. I'm gonna say, man, y'all go ahead. I catch up. Take my phone with you. That's one of the, you know what I'm saying? And that don't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah,
And some of this stuff don't make sense, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it don't make sense, man, if it don't fit, you must have quit. You know what I mean? That's one of them Johnny Cochran line right there. But it's a lot of inconsistencies in it, man. And the more they let this go on, the more the more, you know what I'm saying, people are gonna be like, okay,
It's
y'all,
simple to me.
what's going on? You know.
It's simple to me. If he was gonna stay behind, why would they have his phone? I just cannot. That alone is that to me mentally makes sense. That something is not correct about the whole story because in no way a person gonna stay behind and they not have their phone with them. I don't understand that part.
Yeah, y'all share it. Y'all, if y'all don't mind, y'all please share this live out to a friend or group, something like this. And they also got this picture right here circulating. But I think this is an old picture. But I think Ben Crump posted this. And the thing about here's the thing: a lot of people don't like Ben Crump. A lot of people don't like Ben Crump, Benjamin Crump. Yeah, because he's kind of like a, you know, the ambulance chaser to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's just he's just come around when something a major story happened. You know what I mean? So I think it's time for Benjamin Crump to get somebody else to do his job. You know what I'm saying? Because when he's involved, it becomes a racial issue immediately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everything, I'm gonna say this: everything. It don't just because a bunch of white kids killed the black kid, it ain't necessarily racist. But people gonna say it's racist anyway because he was the one he was the odd thing out. You know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying. Now if he was with them and they killed the white kid, it would, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But y'all killed the only black kid on the whole island, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And we talked about this last week, so I just hope they get to the bottom of it, man. And if you know what I'm saying, maybe he got into it with some kids and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they killed him, and not because he was black, because you know what I'm saying. I mean, you know, it got heated, and I hit you with something. Now we gotta hide the body. You know what I'm saying? And that can happen with and when everybody's the same race, that can happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it just so happened he was the one black kid that happened to. So people gonna say that it was racist. You know what I'm saying? But and it's in Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Of all places, yeah.
Yeah, so
that don't help.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff still coming out about this. A lot of stuff still coming about this, man. But I just wish they get to the bottom of it, and
yeah, for his family.
Yeah, for the family, yeah.
Because I can't imagine being in their place. Not at
Absolutely, man. Who this got? What El Ray said? This is a little topic, but your son. This is a little off topic. Your son, Lil Nas X, is a real. Lil Nas X is not a rapper, but he's just taking his time. He wants to make the music he wants to. Yeah, he's making the music he want to make, man. And he's not a rapper, but yeah. So I get that. And Trent says something is stinking. Yeah, something stinking with that story, man. So hopefully they get to the bottom of it. That story. And in case you was on the rock, man, Republicans, Lindsey Graham dies at, I think it was 71 years old.
Yep.
71 years old. And Mitch McConnell is like missing in action. Like they don't even know nothing about him. People just saying, well, I talked to Mitch. Well, why don't Mitch just come to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know, man, but I see a lot of people making posts online about Lindsey Graham. You know, a lot of stuff don't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't stuff you want to say after someone passed away.
Right.
But people are saying it. You know what I'm saying? People are very vague. I mean, not very, very boisterous about how they feel about Lindsey Graham, man. And I was even see people let us know when Mitch McConnell cross over.
And you know, people were expecting to maybe hear him being next.
Yeah, a lot of people was expecting Mitch McConnell to pass away, and then out of nowhere, Lindsey Graham like passed away. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like fishy because he had just came back from a trip to Ukraine. He had just came back from Ukraine, trying to get Ukraine some help and trying to put sanctions on, trying to get Trump to put sanctions on Russia, which Trump removed sanctions off Russia. And it just be fishy, man. A lot of stuff going on in the world today, man. They can say, and so it's crazy, man. From what his name, Kurt, the Charlie Kirk death to Lindsey Graham death. I mean, people scared to say something, man. This a cold time to be trying to say something, man, out the pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they were going in hard, like they were like talking about it, like almost celebrating. It's just been a lot of negative things.
Yeah,
A lot of
people-
negative
yeah,
things, like
exactly.
in the real world of social media. I ain't talking about the news where they gotta fluff it
Yeah.
and they gotta say nice things,
Say
but
nice
like
things.
people are really saying how they feel about him and his part in all of this crazy stuff that's going on.
Yeah, so a lot of people are celebrating the death of Lindsey Graham and hoping for Mitch McConnell to leave. And I seen some people saying it goes in threes. Let me know when they get to Trump. I mean, like yeah, y'all people. I'm like, it ain't funny, man, but you know what I'm saying? It's a testament of the type of guy they thought he was. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of stuff, man. A lot of his policies, it hurt a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He's this warmongering type senator. And they already replaced him before he even get buried. They replaced him
with his sister.
with his sister.
And she doesn't even have a political background. Like,
She has, but listen, a lot of people who Trump got in his cabinet has no political background. They have a lot of the people who in Trump cabinet, they have no experience in the position that they're in.
I'm looking.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at it like, wait, who is she? Okay, I know she his sister, but no.
Yeah, that's what they doing. That's what the Republicans are doing, man. They taking the dog catcher. They're taking the dog catcher, putting them in they putting him at the plumber. You know what I'm saying? They're taking the plumber, they put him as a mechanic. You know what I'm saying?
She was like an obstetrician or something like that. Like she's a
Yeah, that's what I read. She's
They got
she's a
to do with politics. Nothing.
yeah, it don't. But they needed to put somebody. They needed to replace Lindsey Graham with somebody who they just gonna appoint and say you vote for this.
Right. And
She don't have no say so.
I get
She's
that.
just there. You know what I'm saying?
But they could have picked somebody else.
Yeah, they could have picked somebody else.
She
But
has no. My thing is, if she had, political background experience, other than supporting him, like with his campaigns and stuff, then I could see, yeah. But I don't know.
yeah, and I think Trump told them to put her there. You know what I'm saying? And they already, trust me, they already coached her. They already told her, we're gonna tell you what to vote for and what not to vote for. You know what I'm saying? But they needed to put Lindsey Graham's sister in place as soon as possible before his body even got too cold. You know what I'm saying? They already replaced him. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they replaced him with his sister. They're kind of like, okay, that's his sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? What better person to replace him with than his sister? Even if she's not qualified. You know what I'm saying? And
that's how they move.
Yeah, and in this climate, you don't have to be qualified to be a politician. You just need to win. You just need the votes. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't get the votes. She was appointed, and the way they do that, like the governor of that state has to appoint someone. In every state, if the senator goes down, it's the governor's job to appoint someone until they can replace him in the midterm. So now they gotta have a primary. They gotta have a primary real quick to see who's gonna run against the Democrat. You know what I'm saying, for that seat. So, but until then, his sister, Darlene Graham, has replaced Lindsey Graham. There's a lot going on, man, in this country. And Mitch McConnell, hey, what's up, Lisa Davis? How you doing?
Hey, Lisa.
And Mitch McConnell, don't nobody know if he's alive or not. They don't know if he's alive or not. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? But Trump see himself losing seats. So he already lost 2 seats. He's losing Lindsey Graham, he's losing Mitch McConnell. So I don't know. Maybe they're gonna keep him on life support until they say he voted for a certain way. I think you got to be present to vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna let him do an absentee vote when they vote and stuff in the Senate. But it's the Republican man are thinning out, man. You know, they might not even have none before the midterm. You know what I'm saying? The way they going. You know what I'm saying? So one more let's do one more small talk, man, before we get into the main topic about our kids, about the teenagers, and what we plan on doing with our teenagers, man, and how did it get that way, man? A lot of y'all, I posted a video, I went live and posted a video about an incident that happened at the park. So we're gonna get into that after this last small talk. If y'all haven't heard about the new parasite outbreak.
Yeah, cyclospora.
What you know about that, Jen?
Well, it was 31 states now, then kind of graduated to like outbreaks up to about 34 states. And Georgia is ranked like second to the lowest number of cases, with like maybe I want to say up to 30 at max. But it's just, to me, it's just another avenue to kind of mess up our food supply, our trust in it. And they said that the state health organizations have said that it's like been the the most like largest cases that they've had in years of this type of bacteria. So it's spread, of course, through food and water contamination. And of course, that would be the fresh raw produce, like your fruits and vegetables. So they're telling everybody to scrub your fruits and vegetables really good. They even suggested don't buy bagged lettuce. And we buy a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like we buy it every week. And so, no.
You know we got that parasite. If I get up like 4 in the morning, you just hear some sound like it's
Yeah. So we buy a lot of bagged lettuce, but they're saying buy like whole heads of lettuce and like take off like 3 or 4 layers of it and then still wash the inside of it anyway. So and the symptoms are pretty common. Like if you have like some type of stomach bug, like diarrhea, gas, severe bloating.
They say severe diarrhea.
Yes, everything is on a high level. And so
you gotta go buy your new pack of underwears. Let me play this video.
This morning, some restaurants are changing their menus as a parasitic intestinal infection linked to produce spreads to more of the country. The CDC is tracking cases of cyclosporiasis across at least 31 states, from California to New York. The darkest colored states on this map have been hit the hardest, including Michigan, with more than 1,500 cases.
We believe that this is related to contaminated produce.
Officials have been unable to link the contamination to one supplier or grower. The CDC says outbreaks have been typically linked to fresh produce, such as raspberries, basil, snow peas, lettuce, and cilantro. Cyclosporiasis is not spread from person to person. Rather, it's transmitted by consuming the contaminated food or water.
With some foodborne illness, you get sick for about 24 to 48 hours, and then you get better. With this particular illness, the symptoms come and go, and they can last for weeks to up to a month.
One woman in Detroit described the symptoms.
By day 7, I'm like night sweats, sick every time I eat, like I'm not getting better. I'm like, I think I need to call the doctor.
To reduce your risk, wash your hands with soap and water. Wash fruits and vegetables. Thoroughly cook vegetables and refrigerate produce that has been cut, peeled, or cooked.
Right now, I would not buy pre-bagged, pre-washed lettuce mixes. I would prefer for folks to buy whole leafy greens, whole lettuces, remove those outer layers before washing.
Experts say while washing produce is recommended, rinsing alone cannot fully remove the parasite if it's in the crevices of the berries or leafy greens. And when eating out, They recommend avoiding salad bars and fresh fruit. Allison Cossack, ABC.
Oh,
Making it
boy,
hard to stay
man,
healthy,
we
y'all.
can't, man. We can't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
From the meat, you can't eat meat
can't,
without worrying about them ticks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, they just messing us all up.
Oh, man.
But I will say the good thing about this is there are no reported deaths behind this, so that's the good thing.
Yeah, but who want boo boo? Who won't diarrhea for a whole month, man? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Who won't diarrhea for a whole month? Y'all share this live out. Y'all please share this live out. And if y'all want to come on live, just follow the link at the bottom and come on live and chop it up with your boy and girl, man. But man, who want to have diarrhea for a whole month? Like off and on, you can't even work like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get fired. You're gonna say, "Wait, why you get fired?" You had the shitties.
And then the crazy part about it is the incubation period is like a week before you really start to see symptoms. That's crazy. Because usually when you have food poisoning or something, you know, like that same day or the next day or that night, but you gotta wait a whole week.
So yeah, man. So it's I mean, it's I don't know what this world going to, man. And people and oh my goodness. And we got in the administration, we got everything just going haywire in America, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happened when you put inexperienced people in important positions. You get a lot of anything can happen. Everything that can happen gonna happen. You know what I mean? So
Like I always say, they got a plan for 2030 and they working it.
Now you got everybody out here scared to eat salads.
And we eat it almost every day.
Maybe they don't want everybody to be healthy. Maybe say, oh, they try everybody trying to be healthy, so we gotta. How can we stop all these healthy people? Let's mess with their salads.
So we ate a salad last night. We gotta wait a week before we
Man.
find out. Before we find out.
Man, it's crazy, man. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
my
You can't even eat salad no more, man. These people, man, they just messing up everything. You know, boy. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Let's get on to what we're gonna be talking about, man. We're gonna talk about our kids, our kids, man. Y'all want to come on? I wish I had some more people want to come on live and talk to it, but y'all feel free to comment in the sections, in the comment section. Here's the question.
Okay. Have we lost a whole generation to violence? What happened to our Black teens and who's to blame? The parents, the kids, the systems, or the community as a whole? How can we fix it?
How can we fix it? And I think that's what I think we gotta move into the how can we fix it now, because cause it's almost like watching it's almost like watching stuff deteriorate and you know what I'm saying, and you just watching it deteriorate into it just gone. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of people talking about our youth, even myself. Like what can we do even on a small level? What can we do? What can we do even on a smaller level, like within our own community? It has to be something we can do within our own community. And if everybody doing something within their own community, I think we can kind of like get back to where we should be.
So this is what I think matters is starting.
Good idea, Michael Dawson. Grow your own vegetable, man. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have a lot of space and land and time to do it. And a lot of people don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, but you know, I've learned and I'm still learning that you have a patio and live in an apartment, you can grow something.
Yeah, you can grow something,
You
but
grow a few things.
I guess you should grow the stuff that they say contaminated. You know what I mean? But it's always nice if you could. It'll be nice if you could grow your own thing, but it take time, it take care, it take know-how, it take a little space. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's more than just putting a seed in a pot, because you got to know when to harvest stuff. You got to know when to plant stuff. It's more to it than just doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you got to get with people who know how to do it.
Absolutely. So yeah. So back to so how do we grow our children now? How do we grow good children now? That's what we want to know now, Mr. Mike Dawson. Thank you for the suggestion.
So the question about who's to blame, I think the
And y'all share
main
this live if
thing,
y'all don't mind, please, ma'am, sir. Sorry.
it's okay. I think the main thing is understanding like how they got to be that way. So I personally feel like we've dropped the ball as adults that have had these children, and which has again affected generations. Like somewhere we got in a place where we weren't passing down the good stuff.
Yeah.
So they children only emulate and learn and imitate what they see. So they haven't had like we so thing is we've gotten to a place where whatever the bad that's out here, we feel like well we grown so we can handle it. We can listen to some of these, funky music with all the little, sexual content to it. And because we feel like we can handle it. We grown, we ain't trying to live that life. But they are still growing. So to them, when they hear the music or when they see whatever they see on social media with a lot of adults still acting like they're, in their 20s and 30s when they're much older, doing all the little, stuff that's not, mature.
Mhm.
All they're doing is learning from us. And so we can't even look at them and say, why are you acting like that? Well, because they're watching adults. They come here learning. Even as adults, we don't think about it, but we're still subliminally learning and taking on habits and little things that we don't even realize we're doing because we're listening to stuff and we're watching other people. So if we're doing it, how much more are they gonna do it? So it's somewhere we've dropped the ball.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think somewhat we have dropped the ball. And I think where we dropped the ball at, and we stopped we stopped helping other people with their children. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we grew up, like the neighbor looked out for us. You know what I'm saying? If I was doing something, if my mom was at work and I did something that I shouldn't have been doing,
right?
Some grown person gonna tell my mama when they saw my mama. They gonna let my mama know. And some of them had the right to whoop you.
Oh yeah.
Some grown people, like if they was a close friend of your mama or auntie or something like that, you gonna get a whipping. They're gonna say, I'm gonna tell your mama. And you know what I'm saying?
Everybody
So
do.
yeah, so we kind of like lost that.
Yeah, and it's a community thing because community surpassed your next door neighbor. It was in the schools because we could get spankings in school. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got in trouble at school, your teacher had the ability to spank you, and then they would call your parents, and then your parent would be like, "Okay, you're gonna get it again when you get home." So, there wasn't no like, conflict between the educators and the parents because they were all working together. And we just don't
Yeah,
have that anymore.
yeah, and like I'm saying, like your teacher could whoop you, like,
Yeah.
and the kid they go to school, they have no fear in school.
Right.
Like our teacher, like we have teachers that make Grissom is Turner. I mean, every teacher could whoop you, like, and they love them teachers love to whoop. Well, I'm telling you.
I mean, listen, this
Man,
is what they
the
do.
teacher back then would put that yardstick on
Get
you,
on you.
and you know what? You ain't fighting back.
No.
You scared you gonna get this whip and get it over with, and hope they don't call your mama. Because if they call your mama, you're gonna get a whipping again.
Absolutely.
And if your mama whoops you, she gonna tell your dad. If you had a dad in your life, he gonna get on you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like in some kind of way they turned like whippings into like, oh, this
Abuse,
a whipping is abuse. They made a whippings they turned whippings into abuse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, some kid was abused.
Of course.
But for the most part, I'm going to say 98% of us were getting whippings, and we deserved them whippings, and they wasn't abused. They was on the butt. You know what I'm saying? Some of them on the stitching cards. You know what I'm saying?
And because there was an understanding in the community. If you came to school because you got beat with a switch and you had them little welts on your leg from where the switch cut your skin.
Yeah.
The teachers understood. It was understood you were disciplined. Nobody's like, oh, let me call defects. Like now we're mandated reporters in education. So we have to, if we see something, we got to report it. We have to. And it's not it's not like how it was back then. You know, a teacher sees
Yeah.
something, they like, oh, you got in trouble.
And that because a couple of kids was being abused, overly abused. I'm talking about like whoop for nothing, like for minute things. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you have to be able to investigate it. When you don't know the people. See, people knew each other. The families knew each other. Teachers knew the I don't know. It was a community where
Yeah.
people knew each other. So if somebody was beating on a child to the point where you felt you had to report it to DFACS, that's
That
probably
was
because
community gonna get involved.
yes,
Yeah.
that's probably because nobody really knew them. Oh, so and so they be in the house all the time. Oh, they don't really be talking to nobody. They be over there hiding. You know what I'm saying? Like people talk. So if there was that case, then yeah, you have to be careful with all of that. But because everybody knew each other in the community more than they do now, um, it, so and so ain't being abused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just everybody living privately, and I
Yeah,
get it.
everybody living individual life. Well, I'm not worrying about that person next door,
Right.
and that person next door child hanging with your child, and you know what I'm saying. So you still, in some kind of way, you still responsible for the neighbor child. You still looking out for other people's children. And we have lost that. We've lost that. We don't look out for each other's kids anymore. We just say that's their problem. That's their problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a collective problem that we have when we got a kid in the community who's running roughshod in the community. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. And so the problem that we're having with this is the children that are doing the stuff that they're doing, like meeting up, they have guns and stuff on them. Well, if you say something to the parent, you might get in an altercation with the parent. So it all connects. There's no close knitness in the community. So everybody's team their child. I see this in education all the time. Their child can't do no wrong. And even if they do wrong, they still gonna side with their child. So you can't even say anything, because you parents are so like trying to be their child's friend.
they're trying to be their friend,
Yeah.
and I think in some cases parents are really afraid of their kids because it's almost like, what are you going to do? You can't. Y'all don't want them. You know what I'm saying? Once they pass these laws where you can't really discipline your child without like defects kind of picking them up and you going to jail and stuff like that, and people are like hands off with them. You know what I'm saying? There's still a few parents who got control over their kids and can still spank them, but for the most part, when these kids like become of age, like like teenagers, preteens, and all that, they are aware. Like, I'm like, I don't have to take this from you. You know what I'm saying? They are aware, and they'll use it to their advantage. And parents are like hands off because, you know what I'm saying, if you discipline, you're gonna go to jail. Like, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, and taking that corporate punishment from parents has created a volatile situation in the community that's worse than what we had. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got the kids in control, and
It's just sad because what breaks my heart is every time we turn on the news, it's our boys. You know what I'm saying? It's our, you see some stories with the young ladies, but it's a lot of our, young boys are it's like every week somebody's getting shot, murdered.
Yeah.
And that's only what's reported. I mean, everything is not reported. So that's only what is being reported. And my thing is not look when I think about the ages, so a lot of these kids are like what 15, 16 years old. Let's go back to 2020
that's
when
13, 14,
Yeah,
15
right.
years old kids.
so
now.
let's go back to 2020 when nobody couldn't go nowhere. We was dealing with that C thing, right? So during that time, a lot of kids were on computers. They were on a lot of devices. They may have been left to themselves to some degree. And so they've come into this like technology thing where they pretty much raised up in it from a baby. And they had access to all of the social media very early on. And so they don't have a sense of how what we had. Like they just don't. I mean, some of these kids were COVID kids. Like what? They were what at that time 2?
Well, they were
Maybe 2?
They were little. They went. They kind of like COVID was with like about 4 years ago.
It
you know
was
what I'm
in
saying?
2020. So this
So
is
I'm talking about
2026. So those kids back then were little. What I'm saying is during that time, they were exposed to a lot of technology early because everybody was in a place where they couldn't go anywhere. So that's some of it. I think that's a small part of it. And we as adults and the grandmothers and grandfathers, we gotta be okay with being a grandparent. It's okay to be a grandparent. It's not that you're raising your grandkids, and not letting your own children take the responsibility to be parents. But a lot of grandparents are trying to live their best life. They ain't trying to, you know, do what our grandmothers did.
yeah. See, our whole community structure has broken. Whatever, broken.
It's broken. That's what you're trying to say.
Our whole community structure is broken. You know what I'm saying? Where most people are acting out of their character as what they're supposed to be to a child. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, most of it is because they're afraid. A lot of parents are afraid, and a lot of them think the way we was raised was wrong.
Mm.
So
Yeah, on an emotional level.
yeah, so they think, they was wrong. I'm not going to ever whoop my child. I'm going to talk to my children, and I'm going to
It's a
I'm
lot
just-
of
yeah.
validating their feelings. And I
Exactly.
get it. I promise you I get it because my mother and my father, they were not the, like, oh baby, how was your day? No. They loved me, but they weren't those parents that was like, how was your day every day I came home?
what they say.
You know? They be like, do your homework.
Yeah,
and wash them dishes.
Yeah, that's the first thing they say.
Wash them dishes.
Go do your homework, do your chores, go
Take the meat out the freezer.
go clean up
and
your
get
room,
back.
go clean up your room, go do your homework. We did, and I'm saying that's and a lot of kids when they get home they just throw the book bag and they run outside. They don't do no homework and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they have way more homework. They have way more homework than we used to have, man. They got a homework every class. So so I think they overwhelmed too. You know what I'm saying? So I think they overwhelmed. So yeah, so it's no discipline in the house.
No.
And I think it starts when you're young. You gotta catch your child when they're young. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they real young, you gotta catch them when they like from the age of 2 and 2 and 6 and 7. You gotta
Even
you gotta
before
get in
2.
their head then, because once they become a teenager, they it's over with for you. You ain't doing nothing.
And they bored. I mean,
Yeah.
how much technology can you look at? How much social media can you look at? How many games can you play? So they're finding stuff to get into, and a lot of it is just, they get to that age where they, feeling themselves a little bit at 12, and so they get together and everybody watching each other, and who gonna buck first? And
Yeah. And I made a post about that on my Facebook page about an incident that happened at the park that we be hanging at. And
crazy.
Yeah,
That was
it
crazy.
was crazy.
Yeah.
And when we left, somebody say they a mother brought a gun up there to her child. When we left, somebody say they saw a lady. She brought a gun back to the park for her son.
See,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
not-
And they say she waited right there. You know what I'm saying? So it got out of hand. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened when you get a lot of young teens together now.
How
Man,
about
it's-
let's
it's-
go?
it's a-
Like,
it's-
take your child home.
Yeah, it's a volatile situation because they can't, because their child already said they want to be. They kids want to be where it's happening, and the parents don't have the heart. They don't have the nerve to say no. You can't go. I don't want you there. I'm not gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's having a party. If back in the day, if your mom didn't know who having a party, you weren't going. You know what I'm saying? When you was especially a young teen, because when I was a teen, I really wasn't able to hang out until I was like 17, 18 years old. Now, when I was like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, boy, you on lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you locked down. You know what I'm saying? Like, We weren't able to hang out like that when we were that young, when we was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We was on lockdown.
It was
We was on
it was very structured.
Exactly. And we didn't have cell phone, but our parents knew where we was.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? It's funny how it's funny how back then we didn't have the technology that they have now, and parents don't even be knowing where their children at. Now, you know what I'm saying? They got they got a phone, they got pinging, they got what they call it, location and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Man, them kids turn that location off when they leave the house.
Yeah.
And that would have been when a child turned the location off, that should be a punishment now. You know what I'm saying? You turned your location off, I don't even know where you at.
Yeah. And it's one thing to hear people talking about it, but when we were there, I was like, wow, like it was so many. I was like, where are these children coming from?
And the kids kept coming,
gosh,
man.
It was so many. It was unreal.
Y'all, we was at the park, man, and the kids just kept coming, man. And parents was dropping them off. Some of them was some of them were riding Ubers. I thought you had to be a certain age to ride Uber. So I guess you don't. So and it's supposed to be a party at the park, man. And like I said, we was watching it build up, man. And then it happened. You know what I'm saying? One kid, you got the groups of kids. You got 5 groups of boys over here. You got 5 over there. You got a 6 group of boys over there. And you got the little girls and they little groups. They little 4 and 5 groups. And everybody's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And they just, and everybody just kind of like checking each other out. Like, who crew this is? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, these young boys now, they in these little fake gangs and all this stuff now. Like, you know, everybody want to be in a gang. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they're in gangs is because they can't hold their own. So gangs, the reason why a lot of the kids in gangs is because they can't hold their own. They got to group up to do something. You know what I'm saying?
And they're trying to find a sense of identity, like value of who they are as a person. And because if parents are not invested in their child, you know, past sending them to school, they're going to try to find out who they are, like amongst, you know, their peers. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to prove themselves to who they are, and they can't help each other. Like they need adults. They need people who have experience, people who care to step in to say, you know, this is the way to go, like for guidance, because it's not. I mean, they have too much to contend with. We were coming up. I mean, what's the worst thing we had to worry about? What was the worst thing we had to worry about?
The worst thing we had to worry about is probably a fight. We had a fight here or there. We had fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And every blue moon, it might be one child with a gun.
Yeah,
but it was rare.
Oh my gosh.
It was very rare. It was very rare that you got a child with a gun.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But but you know what I'm saying? It was blue moon, like, you know, like one incident a year.
Like you was at Clutch Your Pearls thing, like what? Somebody had a gun?
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so we didn't worry about that. Like but they have so much to contend with now because they see a lot of foolery in social media.
And a lot of kids a lot of these young boys I'm talking about these young boys like 13, 14, 15, 16.
And why is that?
They got guns.
And why is that?
They got guns. Huh?
Why they have so much access to these guns?
I mean, you know, the governor passed a law.
Exactly.
The governor passed that open carry law, and you really can't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, they got a law where you can just carry a gun. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see the fascination with guns, with people and guns.
They feel powerful.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you power. Well, it don't make you feel powerful. It make people feel like they're protected. You know what I'm saying?
See, I never had a gun, so I wouldn't know.
Now, a gun in the wrong hands makes you feel like you got power.
Yeah.
But a gun in the right hand makes you feel like you got some protection.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
So some people buy guns for the right reasons. You know what I mean? But a lot of people have no business with guns. You know what I'm saying? So
and they don't even know how to shoot them. I bet you when they run and they be like boys in the hood trying to shoot back, running and look.
That's how they do.
Like,
that's how
you ain't even aiming at who you trying to kill.
That's how these young boys shoot. When they get into a confrontation, they shoot running. So and this is why a lot of innocent people are getting shot and killed.
Yeah.
Because They don't know what they shooting at. They
don't.
They just trying to shoot to get away.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they running toward the person they shooting at.
Exactly.
They running
away.
They got the gun out, running away.
Exactly.
They running away, shooting, running. So and they're not trained to shoot. Most of them ain't trained to shoot. They just got I got a gun. So you can't pick on me. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of these young boys got guns, because they get bullied and they can't fight. They don't like to fight. They're afraid to fight. So I just rather have a gun so you can't pick on me. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we gonna get bullied until we fight back.
Right.
Till you fight back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Until you slay the bully.
It's a fear now. You don't know. Because see, this is the thing. Today, because so many people use weapons, okay, so just say you get in a fight and then 3 or 4 days later, you know, it done supposedly calm down. The next thing you know, they coming out of the blue around the corner and they kill you or they jump you because they're vengeful. You know what I'm saying? Like they hold on to it. So you can't feel safe and comfortable fighting like how we did when we were in school, because there's this thing of you don't never know when they gonna come back on you. So it's different today.
And a lot of
so
these kids, and a lot of this stuff gets started on social media.
Exactly.
Because I heard the guy, the young kid who was having the cookout. They posted on social media, and some old kids said, "We come and see about y'all." So that was brewing from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, Nichols, what's up? How you doing?
Hey,
she laughing. I don't know what part you laughing at, but but listen, y'all share this live out. When y'all want to come on live and chop it up with us, follow the link at the bottom, the https://screamyard.com, you know, whatever. So yeah,
well, I would say now that we know what the problem is and sort of who's to blame, we've dropped the ball. And when I say we, I mean a certain age.
Yeah, I think we all play a role in it. I think the parents play the biggest role because they have lost control, because they're afraid to insert themselves into their kids' lives. I think the politicians have made a mistake of passing laws, making everything that happened, every whipping is a abuse. And I think the community, we as a community, we lost a sense of community to where we're not even checking on our neighbors' kids. You know, we're not even checking on each other no more. You know what I mean? So,
and we got to be okay with support. Like I say, in the schools, if you say something, and this is everywhere. I have heard teachers over and over and over again say, I said something to the child go back, say something to their parent, or they say something to the parent about their child, they angry. Like, I'm gonna talk about, this is about grades. We ain't even talking about discipline of bad behavior. We're talking about grades. They get angry because their child get a bad grade.
Yeah, because everybody want their child to be special. Everybody's child is special to them, and they want, you know what I'm saying? Everybody believe their children over teachers now. I mean, you'll see a lot of video where teachers getting jumped on and all that. Yeah. That would have never happened when I was in school. That would have never happened when we was in school. No. We would have never put our hands on a teacher. No. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. It wouldn't even enter our soul. Like, you ain't touching nothing. You ain't touching nothing. You just better not even think about it. I mean, I got a whipping in school before, so I already know. I was in second grade.
So I say that's why I say we dropped the ball somewhat, because we fell asleep at the wheel, and now our children are like, our children are running the stove. You know what I'm saying? Our children are running. They're running the community. The children are running the community now, and now because all the grown folk, we got scared and left. Yeah. Not that we didn't get. I'm not gonna say we got scared and left. We didn't know what would happen. Yeah. So I guess you would say we got scared. We didn't want to get shot. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the other day when it broke out, all the adults started leaving because
we were peeling out of there like a scene from a movie. Honking hard, get out the way.
Yeah, and
like,
I know
peeling out of there.
Yeah, and it was a couple older guys said they had that gun, but you don't want to get caught shooting a child.
Of course.
Even if a child coming towards you with a gun, you don't want. It's a hard decision to kill a child, man. Because this child, these kids like 12, 13 years old. and their brain ain't even developed all the way. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's best, even if you got your gun with you, I'm just gonna don't leave because I don't want to be put in a position to shoot a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a big problem, this is what concerns me is this is a future generation who's going to be working in all these places, hospitals, wherever.
If they live
That's what-
long
yes,
enough to
exactly.
be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the rate a lot of these kids are going, man,
Yes.
a lot of them won't even make it to 17 now. It used to be like the 17 to 18-year-olds acting out. Now it's like the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old man really running the store, like running amok in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we send back, and the adults send back like we scared. We scared our own damn kids. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that looks to be the case. And so what we have to do, I think, to get to how we can fix it, I think whatever space everybody have of influence. I mean, because it's like, how do you fix something that is already like it's you deep in the hole with it? But somewhere you can do something. And so like whatever space of whatever kind of work you do, whatever community you in, just find one or two. Just it's somewhere something a difference can be made because everybody don't have to be lost in it. Like it can't save everybody, but I think whatever you do, find a space where you can help a
Yeah.
couple of kids because we are losing them left and right. It makes me sad. Like I he'll tell you, I shake my head every time I see the news, and I'm just like, I just can't. Like,
And you
it's
feel
too-
powerless, but we can't do nothing about the ones we lost already. But what we can do is try to make progress on those who are still here. You know what I'm saying? Because we can like have like cookouts, and we can be involved. Like I said, we can have like cookouts and have a team cookout, but we making sure they eating it, and we talking to them while you know what I'm saying, while we
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, while we fellowshipping with them. We can have like talks with them. You know what I'm saying? Just try to get into their head, not try to be bossy to them, but just let them know. You know what I'm saying? Like life. You know what I'm saying?
and we can
You
and we
have a
can
whole life ahead of
introduce-
you.
Yeah, we can introduce some newer things to them that's old. Like what I'm saying is just like instead of playing all of the nasty music,
Yeah.
I mean like the nasty stuff. We can play the 80s stuff or the stuff that we used to listen to, like and not necessarily like of all like kind of, just different
Well, they
ethnicities
listen. A lot of the
right.
music we listen to, they listen to anyway. Cause all they doing is regurgitating the same beats,
Right.
and they just put
Right.
another
Well, they
lyrics on
they
top
putting
of it.
funky,
You know,
they putting funky
Yeah.
lyrics to it. That's nasty. So what, and really, a lot of these kids, they actually envy. My own son told me one time, I'm jealous of how y'all grew up. Like they like the old stuff to how we grew up. So play some of the old music. Be surprised they might like that over the stuff that's out now. I mean, we had good music when we was growing up. So you can play
Yeah.
that, change the atmosphere because music has energy to it and it's always subliminal. It don't matter if it's just playing, it's still running in the background. So you got to create a setting where you get all the kids together as teenagers and you have the food and have the moments where you can maybe play games, pull them to the side, during those times, maybe have some conversations because they're always watching. Like they're always looking. And I tell Robert this all the time. Um, kids, just like adults, everybody's looking for the good. Like it's rare. Everybody is thirsty for something. And because there's so much negativity out here, people are looking for the good. So they can't they can't find something that's not there. So when we have these gatherings, play some better music that everybody can enjoy. You
Yep,
know?
I agree. I
and
agree.
create the space for them to have something else they can vibe to instead of all this funky stuff.
And that's
Like,
where the adults come in at. That's where the
Yes.
adults got to be.
Yes.
The adults got to be willing to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like like we got to start having these type forums like this. Like we got to come on and talk about what matters to us the most. You know what I'm saying? And I think we spend a lot of time talking about stuff that don't matter, like sports and stuff like that. Meanwhile,
Well,
we
that's the
all,
main.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like
What
that.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just named something that I know a lot of men talk about,
Yeah.
sports and gossip stuff like T.I. versus 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? We talk about a lot of stuff that don't even really, that it's not edifying our community. And I think we gotta start having conversations that edify the community. Because I think, you know what I'm saying, what you put in your ears, it matters, man. What you download into your headspace. You know what I'm saying? What are you downloading in your head? You know what I'm saying? And our kids are downloading a lot of garbage. So if you download a lot of garbage, you're gonna get a garbage child. You know, and I don't mean to say it in a bad way. What I'm saying, when you're gonna beget what you're gonna be what you are. They say you are, like I say, you are what you eat, and you portray what you hear and what you see. That's common sense. You're gonna be about what you about. You're gonna be what you see.
That's pretty deep.
If you can't see it, you can't be it. If all you see is hair raising, you're more like you're gonna be a hair raiser. Unless somebody come in and pull you out. You know, unless you had an encounter with that person who you need to hear it from. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get a lot of love at home, somebody else got to give you some love that'll help you. And that's what the community has that's what the community fell off at. We used to get love from different people. We used to get love from more than just our parents. You know what I'm saying? We used to get love from auntie, Miss Lady down the street, the lady up the hill who cooked the freeze pops, and she gonna tell you some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you in there getting a free pop, y'all, what y'all doing? Y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? They try to give you advice while they got you, even for a few minutes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I like what you're saying.
And they're not even no kin to you.
Right, because you're saying, like, instead of, not that it's wrong to talk about sports and stuff, but instead of that idle chatter, let's give space for some different conversations that's gonna
Absolutely.
get them to think better. I like that.
We got to start having these conversations that matters. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I put it out there, like, you know what I'm saying. But when you talk about God, stuff that don't really matter, a lot of people show up want to talk. A lot of people got something to say. But when you talk about stuff that could benefit all of us, that can really change our community and all, you know what I'm saying? Because if we don't address it, it's not going to get better if we don't address it. And that's what I think, you know what I'm saying, that's a mistake we making as a community. We keep letting stuff fester in our community and we don't even address it. You know what I'm saying? We don't seriously address it. We don't attack it. You know what I'm saying? We just think everybody else gonna do it. We just think a politician gonna pass a law to make it work. But you know what I'm saying? We just think, you know what I'm saying? We think everybody else gonna fix it. But we are the heroes. Ain't nobody coming. Right. By now we ought to know ain't nobody coming to save us.
Right. That's
but
so
us,
true.
the politician, Democrat, Republican, and we go back and forth about Democrats and Republicans. I don't give a damn about no Democrats and Republicans. I just vote for who I think can do the most, the least most. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The least most. You know what I'm saying? I vote for who gonna do the least most.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. It's a world we live in. We think these politicians gonna save us. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and everybody focus on Trump. Trump, man, the hell with Trump. Trump ain't never been nothing. And the Democrats they ain't doing too much to help us. For us to be voting for them in a heavy voting block.
No, the power is in our hands in our household.
The power is in our hands. We got to do it, man. Yeah. And we got to stop bickering over politics and stuff like that. And all that stuff keep us away. All that stuff is designed to keep us not focused on our business. And our business, our children. You know what I'm saying? Our community. All this stuff is designed to keep us focused away from what we need to be focused on. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that a lot of people don't even want to address it. They just want somebody else to address it. You know what I'm saying? We got to be the one to do it.
And I'll say this to kind of cap my thoughts on it is that so like when you get older, like you want to live, you know, because you done raised your children and did all this stuff. It's okay to live like and fun, have fun and stuff, but we gotta we got to get to a point where we kind of balance out living our best life and help them. Like, because you know how people say, oh, I don't raise my children. They ain't
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I ain't finna do nothing. That's everybody else's problem. I mean, but we gotta, but we had it. Like we had what we're not giving. It saved a lot of us. Like we were spared a lot of issues probably that we could have had, had we not had the grandmothers, the great grandmothers, the neighbors, the teachers, and all that stuff. Sometimes we gotta like kind of balance it out and step in where we can instead of just being so much about yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to totally makes sense to me. So yeah, man. So I got some ideas of some things that I'm gonna throw out at our what else? Our organization. I got some things I want to throw out there. Maybe we can do something like a back to school thing, some kind of back to school thing. Every community can just have a back to school thing
Yes.
where it's a positive vibe.
Yeah,
And not we ain't trying to get y'all here to twerk and all that. You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna have y'all standing around. We gonna have activities. We gonna have talking. We gonna have you need prayer. We're gonna have people that to hold your hand and pray with you. We gotta be serious, and we can't be. You know what I'm saying? We gotta the adults gotta be on point. We can't be up there drinking and smoking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If we serious about it, we can do it.
And right, because we can have that space for ourselves, like to do those things at another time.
Yeah.
When we're private, but not around the kids. Like we got to create a setting for them. And you know how sometimes people have these dance challenges and all this stuff. Make a challenge to better the community, like for the teens, like to help them, like a challenge like that instead of something that's like mindless. Because I think dance challenges and stuff like that, all these different trending things, they're fun, but you got to have something that builds them up because they just don't have what we had. I mean, they truly are lost. They don't have what we had.
And we got to be consistent. Like we just can't have something like a back to school thing, and then you don't see them again to another back to school. We got to be consistent with our kid. We got to do something like monthly if we have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to do something weekly, monthly if we have to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got to be positive about it. And we got to separate the kids. We got to separate the grown folk from the kids. You know what I'm saying? We can't do the grown folks got to start doing what we do around the kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like I said, we can have our space,
Yeah.
but like when we throw parties for these kids, like the birthday parties for the kids, like come on, I ain't saying we got to play Barney and all that stuff and bring around a Pope Rosie and all that stuff, but we can play music that is that's not the nasty stuff.
At worst, the clean version. At worst, the clean version of even the music they like. Make sure it's just a clean. It ain't no cussing and fussing going on.
The kids'
You know what I'm
version.
saying? So we're not gonna change them overnight. We're not gonna change them overnight. So we can wean them. We can let them know that y'all are loved, and we need y'all.
Yep.
Y'all are the future. We gotta let our kids know y'all are important. Y'all are the most important people in the community. Because we gonna be we get old and decrepit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hopping a little bit now, back start aching.
We're gonna need them.
Yeah, we gotta let our youth know that y'all are the future. Y'all are the future cops and doctors and lawyers and nurses, and y'all gonna be taking care of us soon. And then y'all, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta get y'all to us, to where we at. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get y'all well into y'all 30s and 40s, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's my thing, man. So I got a vision of it, you know what I'm saying? We can challenge other communities to do the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people like successful things. When people see, that work, they doing their thing over there. Okay, we're gonna challenge you to do in your community over there like that. Have a nice cookout with all the adults out here cooking for the kids. And we just chopping it up with them. We just talking. We just getting their ear and let them know how much just loving on them. Let them know how much we care about them how much we need them. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's my thing, man. So hopefully, man, you know what I'm saying.
Because we losing them left and right.
We're
And
losing them.
I'm starting to see stories where girls are getting into stuff like with
Yeah.
guns. I'm like,
Yeah, everybody want a gun. Because everybody feel like they need protection. And a lot of people are doing it because they feel like if they got guns, I got to get me one. Because you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be caught with no protection.
Yeah.
So a lot of people with guns getting guns because other people getting guns, and before you know it, everybody got a gun. And you know what I'm saying. And you know what I'm saying, when you a scary man with a gun, he gonna run and shoot. He gonna shoot and run. You know what I'm saying. And innocent people are gonna be shot, man. You know what I'm saying. But we gotta take control of our community, and we gotta come up with solutions. We gotta start dogging our kids out and come up with solutions. We got to come up with the solution because they are the kids. They don't have no solution of what they don't know what they're going through. They just living. You know what I'm saying? They depend on us, and we got to get them right because we gonna be dependent on them.
right.
So
I'm telling you, y'all, they looking for the good. They looking for it. I'm telling you.
yeah, they looking for
for
the good, man.
Because they watching.
Nobody wants to be. Who wants to need to carry a gun? What fun? I mean, if you got to carry a gun, you don't need to go there. My mom used to tell you if you gotta carry a gun there, you don't need to be there.
Right.
That's my motto.
You bring it's an energy around carrying.
If I go to a club, if I go to a party, and I feel like I need my gun, I don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to be in safe spaces, man. I'm going with people I know. You know what I'm saying? The people gonna be there. They affirming. They affirming these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I just go play domino with cats. You know, I know my old cat, but I still, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Have to be wary of where I go. I don't go everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to every pool party. Hey man, we have a pool party. Who gonna be there? You know what I'm saying? You know, so I don't hang out everywhere with everybody. So that being said, what you want to do now? What you want to talk about right now? You want to get we almost at the end. So, if we talk about anything else, we talk about anything else, it's gonna be over. We're gonna run over. So let's go ahead and get into your quote of the week, Jenny's quote of the week, y'all. We're gonna get into Jenny's quote of the week now. Let me play your themes. I gotta get your theme song ready. Jenny's quote of the week coming right up.
From the heart of the people, let the spirit flow. Higher motivation everywhere we go. Jenny's got the word, keeping faith inside. A little bit of heaven to make your week right. Let the cup run over, let the truth speak. It's time for overflow. And Jenny's quote of the week.
All right, y'all. Let's get into Jenny's quote of the week. And your quote of the week is what, Jenny?
There is no time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. And that quote is from Winston Churchill. So I picked this quote particularly because of the subject that we were talking about. And we do, as seasoned adults, you know, some of us, we want to enjoy our lives right now, and we should. But we're in a time where things are real critical. So our youth are in a crisis, and we need to put aside some of our comfort and think about them and dare to do some of the things that might take us out of our comfort zone and endure what we need to endure to help save our youth. And so that's why I picked this quote. And again, there is no time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jenny's quote of the week. We definitely need to endure. We definitely need to do that. There's no time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. It's time to dare each other, man.
Yeah.
I dare you to, you know what I'm saying? I dare y'all to fight for your kids. I dare y'all to fight for these kids. I dare you. I dare you to fight for your kids, man. To fight for our kids. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because we may not personally know some of these children that we see on the news, but we know somebody that knows somebody that knows that child.
That's absolutely. I know a couple of people who've lost their child to gun violence. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they fault or not. I'm just saying you should be able to allow your child to go experience things. It's sad that you can't. It's sad that you can't let your child go experience things with other youth. But you know what I'm saying, as a parent, you have to be aware of that. You have to be aware of what's going on. I mean, you can't, the world is the way the world is now. And you got to adapt to it, how everything, you got to adapt to the flow of life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do. You got to adapt to the flow. It ain't flowing like it was flowing when we were kids. Where we can go to a block party. We can go to the neighborhood party. You know what I'm saying? And come home all right. We ain't nobody doing nothing. It might be a fight here or there break out every blue moon. That climate is over with. It ain't flowing like that now. Things are, you know what I'm saying?
And you did pose the question, will it get worse?
Will it get worse? Will it get worse? If we don't do nothing about it, if we don't jump in and try to save our kids, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? We losing kids in 3 phases. We losing kids, they're dying, and some kids are just thinking they're part of something good, and it's not. You got good kids who just want to be a part of something because they're afraid. And then you got the kids who are going to jail, and you know what I'm saying, who are losing their life. Their whole life. You giving your whole life, or you took a life and you took your own life off the street. You know what I'm saying? You could have been something. And I think it's time for the adults in the room to stand up and step up and dare each other to do something and endure while we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids are our future. And my biggest fear is my grandchild, if leaving this earth, and my grandkid got to grow up in this society with the kids the way they are now. Got to grow up with the same kids. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even try. It's your fault. If we're adults and we don't even try to make this right, this is our fault. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at these kids. Look at yourself. So with that being said, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all comments. Y'all, we got our work cut out for us. So, got anything to say?
Just take care of yourselves as always, so you can help take care of others.
Absolutely, man. And Jen, I'm finna go ahead and have Jen made some baked potatoes today. We're gonna eat baked potatoes for dinner today.
Super too. All the
So
fixings.
listen, y'all. Listen, we love, like I said, we love y'all. And guess what?
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Peace, y'all.